So what is the history of running? University of Utah biologist Dennis Bramble and Harvard University anthropologist Daniel Lieberman believe humans evolved from ape-like ancestors because they needed to run long distances, perhaps to hunt animals or scavenge carcasses on Africa's vast savanna. Bramble and Lieberman argued the ability to run shaped our anatomy, making us look like we do today, with our genus Homo evolving from more ape-like human ancestors, Australopithecus, because natural selection favoured the perpetuation of human anatomical features that made long-distance running possible. Dennis Bramble suggests that running is one of the most transforming events in human history. We are arguing the emergence of humans is tied to the evolution of running, he said. Bramble and Lieberman examined 26 traits of the human body that enhance the ability to run. Only some of them were needed for walking. Traits that aided running include leg and foot tendons and ligaments that act like springs, foot and toe structure that allowed efficient use of the feet to push off, shoulders that rotate independently of the head and neck to allow better balance, and skeletal and muscle features that make the human body stronger, more stable, and able to run more efficiently without overheating. So we've established some of the basics behind Homo sapiens evolution to be able to run. When did running go from necessity to sport? The first depictions of running as a sport might possibly be in the stone tomb of King Zoser of Egypt at Saqqara. Zoser, part of the Third Dynasty, died in 2650 BC. Many other depictions of running have occurred in tombs of other Egyptian pharaohs, as well as depictions of many sports that can be likened with sports of today, for instance hockey. Perhaps the next and most famous sporting event is the Olympic Games. The ancient Olympic Games were a part of a religious festival in honour of Zeus, the father of the Greek gods and goddesses. The athletes were all male citizens of the city-states from every corner of the Greek world, coming from as far away as Spain in the west and Turkey in the east. The ancient Olympic Games began in the year 776 BC when Coroebus won the stadium race, a foot race 600 feet long, approximately 200 metres. From 776 BC, the Games were held in Olympia every 4 years for almost 12 centuries. The marathon was not part of the ancient Olympic Games. The marathon is actually a modern event that was first introduced in the modern Olympic Games of 1896 in Athens, where a race from Marathon, northeast of Athens, to the Olympic Stadium was created, which was a distance of 40 kilometres. The race commemorated the run of Phidippides, an ancient day runner who carried the news of the Persian landing at Marathon of 490 BC to Sparta, which was a distance of 240 kilometres, in order to enlist help for the battle. According to the 5th century BC ancient Greek historian Herodotus, Phidippides delivered the news to the Spartans the next day and then died on the spot. Although the ancient games were staged in Olympia from 776 BC through to 393 AD, it took 1503 years for the Olympics to return. The first modern Olympics were held in Athens, Greece in 1896. The man responsible for its rebirth was a Frenchman named Baron Pierre de Coubertin, who presented the idea in 1894. The Panathinaikos Stadium in Athens is the only major stadium in the world built roughly around 566 BC, made fully of marble. In ancient times the stadium had wooden seating. It was remade in marble by the Archon Lycurgus in 329 BC and was enlarged and renovated by Herodes Atticus in 140 AD to a seating capacity of approximately 50,000.